Welcome back. And now I'm with Brandon Burris, who's the head of State Parks. He and his team have done an incredible job of getting our parks looking the best they've ever been, in spite of the hurricanes, the flooding, all the challenges, the tornado in North Louisiana, and some of the parks having record years. So great to be with you, Brandon. Appreciate the hard work you and your team does.
Thank you, boss. I appreciate it. You know, it's been a challenging year, but our guys and girls that work in the field have done an incredible job. And one of the great things that we have the capacity to do soon is, you know, reopen Sam Houston Jones State Park right out there in Lake Charles, Louisiana. 154 mile-per-hour winds during the hurricane that absolutely, for lack of a terminology, they leveled the park. But we're happy to say that this Memorial Day, the park will be back open for business.
And I know we've got a lot of private-public partners helping replant trees there and all over the state. And speaking of private-public partner, the Boga Chitta bike trails and horseback riding, and we're looking for more of those partnerships to bring more people. We know during COVID, people bought RVs, campers, canoes, fishing gear in record numbers, and are going to see the great outdoors of America. And we want to make sure our parks are welcoming with all the amenities as people see the great outdoors. And I know offering to stay 3 nights, get the 4th night free has really worked during COVID, drawing retired people from all over to come take advantage of the 4th night free. And in the new cabins and restrooms, and now we're adding direct sewage, so you don't have to go dump that sewage. And so all those plans are really making a difference in getting the numbers up at the state parks.
You know, Boga Chitta is a great example of what public-private partnerships can do for an area. You know, just adding simple vendors that provide horseback riding, provide tubing on the river there at the park, and provide mountain bike opportunities. You know, in the past 6 years, visitation has doubled at the park, so now we see literally thousands of people on the weekend. Our revenue at the park has literally doubled since that time also. But a great thing, it's more than just the park. Now the local areas, the hotels are full, the restaurants are full on the weekend, they're going to the gas station to get gas. The impact of that one park in that small rural area has helped tremendously.
I've got a call the other day and said they were driving into Washington Parish into town, and they saw bikes on top of cars, horse trailers. The town was booming on the weekend, something they hadn't seen for years. So we really we want to get more private-public partners at all of our parks to draw people to all those areas. And now is the time to do that. Those young entrepreneurs could really build some additional cabins and partner with us, sharing the revenues. But we want to make sure everything we do at those parks is a win-win for the community. I know you've had several requests to put restaurants in parks. We don't want them to, we want them to leave and go eat at the local restaurants. Right. We don't want to compete with any local business. We want to make sure it's a win-win. And I know that's been challenging for you and your team, as some of these things have been could have been very profitable for the park, but would not support the local businesses, and that's what we want to make sure we do.
Yeah, correct. You know, our mission from the very beginning has been, you know, the first 2 questions: does it fit the mission statement of Louisiana State Parks? 1, 2. Does it have an impact on the local community there? And we've never wanted to do anything at all that could be detrimental to the local community. So we've had to pick and choose find our niches where it helps both us and the community. You know, we do have those great home run ideas like adding cabins and adding additional campsites, but also those things like the mom and pops who want to bring a snowball stand into the beach at a lake park on the Saturday. That just gives our guests an extra amenity to stay. It gives them extra time to stay there at the park and enjoy themselves.
You know, the group camps are really starting to take off. I think your team put a plan together to reach out to church groups and larger groups that come to town. I know Bayou Signet has that great new building, 50 girls, 50 guys, right, with a kitchen and a large meeting room, and starting to accommodate those larger groups when they come in from out of town. That's a big boost to the local economy. And adding to those group sites all over the state, and new amenities, and hosting fishing tournaments, things like that. And I know you mentioned weddings. That's been a big add-on this year, that we've really boosted the weddings we host at the parks.
Yeah, 100%. So during COVID, people were looking for opportunities to have outdoor safe weddings. And through that process, people realized that state parks has some beautiful places across the state, and we can provide an outdoor venue and even sometimes an indoor venue for people to have gorgeous scenic weddings at a fraction of the cost, I think, to what they find in most popular wedding venues.
And we're looking, you know, all across the state. If you live in a community and there's a park nearby, and somebody's got an idea that they want to float by you for a private-public partnership, they just reach out to the State Park website?
Reach out to the State Park website, sir, or call our main line in Baton Rouge at 225-342-8111, and they can get us however that they would like to.
And you know, one of the things that I've seen is bringing the young children out to the park. I know we're putting some special needs playgrounds in around the state. That's personal to me. You know, I had a riding center for special needs children and adults before I was in public office. Watch miracles happen on the back of those horses, making sure our parks can accommodate wheelchair people and people on walkers. I know we're trying to asphalt some of the trails into the woods that are a little bit easier for people that are challenged physically to go through. And then you're also, we brought back this summer program to employ some of the special needs community. Tell me a little bit about that.
So correct, you know, something we started off several years back, but had to take a small hiatus from during COVID. You know, it's employing people with just persons with disabilities at our state parks. And you know, state parks have a great opportunity to provide people of all kind to have opportunities to work, to add community, earn a little money for their pocket, and still provide, you know, that great service for our state parks. And what a great opportunity we had. And one of our favorite programs that you and I have together is, you know, providing opportunities for people to work with persons with disabilities.
Well, Brendan, I want to thank you and your team. You know, when we took office, we were told we'd have to close 7 state parks. We didn't have the money. Not only did we keep them open, but you've done it with less people, your employees, your team, and you do it with a smile. We took a ride this weekend, and the people, everybody was having a great time at Tick Fall. The park was full. I talked to many of the campers there. Your team is so incredibly kind to them, and that's not always easy. But we've got people that are doing double jobs because of the shortage and cutbacks over the years, and the parks have never looked better. So you do a great job. Thank you for being with us. And before we close, you know, we know part of our travel and tourism plan this year is people are going to get out and see the great outdoors. We talked a little bit about buying campers at record numbers. Well, we wanted to make sure, as we promoted Louisiana, we used all the tools in our toolbox. So what better way than the second most recognized song in the world, next to Happy Birthday, You Are My Sunshine. And we re-recorded, bought the rights with our own Louisiana ambassador, Lauren Daigle. And we set that song to the great outdoors of Louisiana to make you hungry, not only for the food in Louisiana, but sportsman's paradise. This video has just won international awards for the best plan coming out of COVID for a state to bring back tourism. Take a look as we close now with this incredible video to promote the great state of Louisiana.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You come to Louisiana for smiles, not souvenirs. You come here to get lifted up, spun around, and put down in a brighter, lighter place. You make me happy when skies are gray. You come here for the distinctive music and the amazing food. But what really spills out of the horns and over the edges of your plate is joy. Some people might call it joie de vivre, the joy of life. In Louisiana, it's our way of life. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. So please don't take my sunshine away. So come live life to the fullest, where there's an abundance of good food, good music, and good times. So there's more than enough to go around. Come one, come y'all. This is Lauren Daigle, inviting you to come feed your soul in Louisiana. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. So please don't take my sunshine. Please don't take my peace. Don't take my sunshine away.
Thanks for joining us. Tune in next time as we explore more of what Louisiana has to offer. In the meantime, visit louisianatravel.com, your place to find trip ideas, events, recipes, and so much more. And while you're there, be sure to order your free Sunshine magazine, the official inspiration guide for your Louisiana vacation.